agree with RFK Jr. I think spirituality and meditation could probably completely eradicate the need for SSRIs. However, we live in the United States of America. Let me start by saying that I have dealt with anxiety and depression since I was a child. And I didn't know that I had anxiety. I didn't know what anxiety was. And as an adult, I started seeing a psychiatrist, and I was prescribed Lexapro, Wellbutrin, and Klonopin. I switched from a normal psychiatrist and I started using the app Cerebral, and they weren't able to prescribe me Klonopin, and for whatever reason they switched my Lexapro to Effexor, and I was still taking the Wellbutrin. I was doing okay with that. I felt like it was kind of numbing my feelings, and at that time I was okay with that because I was in an abusive marriage and just whatever I could use to get by. I then had an issue with the app and they weren't getting back to me, and my medication was up and I wasn't getting my prescription refill. So I ended up withdrawing from Effexor, and if you know that it's terrible to withdraw from Effexor. And after that, I told myself that I'm not going to take prescription medication anymore. Luckily for me, I was able to substitute those medications with cannabis. So I would use cannabis like I would use Klonopin. So if my anxiety got really bad, I would eat an edible or smoke my vape and take the edge off. And that's fine. I also had the benefit to leave the situation and take a whole year off to focus on myself and my healing at my parents' house. Completely focus on myself. I meditated. I listened to podcasts on my free time about spirituality and healing. I journaled. I went deep into my emotions from my childhood up until now through my abusive marriage. I spent nights sobbing, releasing all these horrible feelings that I was holding within. And it was so fucking hard. So fucking hard. But I had this year to gift myself with that experience and that healing so I don't need the SSRIs anymore. That being said, we are in a country where we have to be going at all times. If we don't go to work, and I'm sure a lot of us work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, to make sure that we pay our bills. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. How are we going to find that time to sit and meditate and go through our shadow works and sit with our emotions? And not to mention, when you go deep down into those emotions from your childhood or from any kind of trauma, it's exhausting. So to think that a parent or anyone would go to a full-time job, come home, make dinner, clean the house, and then sit in meditation and go through these emotions and sob and release these horrible feelings and heal, and then have to wake up at 6 a.m. and go back to work is insane to me. I think that's a lot to ask of someone. And has spirituality healed me so I could get off of SSRIs? Yes. If I talk to someone who isn't spiritual, who doesn't meditate, who doesn't believe in spirit guides and angels and energy healing and the chakra system and doesn't do yoga, do you think that if they sat in meditation or sat and journaled a little bit, that it would heal them from their anxiety and their depression or whatever mental illness that they have? If you don't believe it, it's not going to mean shit to you. You're not going to heal. It's going to get worse. But I fully believe that their whole plan has been to separate us, to create chaos, to create division, and to make us feel like we're going crazy. And what's the best way to do that is to put all of this crazy shit out in the media and then say, like, you don't need to be on SSRIs, or you can go to a wellness farm. Is anyone going to trust that? Is anyone going to trust? And how can you take time off if you're a parent to go to this wellness farm? I just have so many questions. I have so many questions. And it's really difficult for me because I fully believe in spirituality. I fully believe in meditation. I believe in the chakra system. I believe in energy healing. I believe in shadow work. I believe in journaling. I believe in spirit guides and angels. Did I already say that? I believe in all this stuff and it works for me. But it is insane to think that a whole country can go that way with how the country is being run, with how much stress we endure every single day. with how much we have to be running around scrambling to make sure that our basic needs are met. We are not able. My situation, my healing journey is completely fucking different from the majority of Americans that are going about life. Let them have their fucking medication. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. So fuck him. And that bitch does not fucking meditate, because when you meditate, you start. I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm telling you, that bitch does not meditate. I'm done.